So, but you also mentioned that there was a couple of other things you thought would be useful if I changed them. So I'm just curious what those were, please.
Yeah, can you share your screen and put your funnel on?
So yes, so that's the page. And yeah, because it is for charity, I'm using social media only. The school is using their social media for that. We're not spending money on ads because
okay.
point in.
Can you yeah, but still a call to action is important, that you get some sort of reaction. Can you scroll back up to the top of the page? Okay, so activate your awesomeness ninja training. How to go from frazzled and overwhelmed by what's going on to calm, collected, and eating cupcakes because you have a plan and all the resources you need to deal with the current challenge. Have you looked at that also in mobile view?
I have actually, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
So okay, the headline and the subheader is supposed to let me know straight away what this is about. Is this some sort of a ninja training? Is that correct? Is that martial arts?
No. It's
No, don't say anything. Just let me.
Okay.
I specifically have not dug into your landing page that deep.
Okay.
Because I want to analyze it together with you to point out at the same time the issues that there are. Yeah. So I see ninja training, and then I see what's behind there. What I assume a ninja lady. Sort of like, because the face is covered. So it's not ninja training. So this is there where your headline already creates some confusion because it's not clear. Then normally your subheader has to either supplement the information or emphasize and give something extra. So here you're talking about frazzled and overwhelmed to becoming calm. So this is some sort of a mindset training. Now you can tell me what the rest of the page is about.
Yes, it's a resource to learn how to use your mindset and resources you have to overcome challenges. Okay.
Because you know that there's this 3-second rule that you've probably heard about already, that you have about 3 seconds to capture people's attention, and then they either will decide to dig into it or just abandon it. Yeah. So you only have this headline and then your sub header. So you need to change that. It's about mindset and how to tap into your own resourcefulness. So are you getting also the subheader is way too many words. There should be one sentence, so that should stop like how to go from frazzled and overwhelmed by what's going on to calm. That's it. That's the amount of words that should be in there. The second two lines there is too much text. People nowadays, they don't read it. So you need to have the ability to synthesize, summarize the information in just the right amount of words that you can convey the message. Tell me again what you just told me a minute ago. What is this about? I'm trying to think and help you at the same time.
What sits behind it? It's a mini course that helps people to tap into resources they already have.
What are these resources?
This is it. They can be a number of. They are a number of resources. They are resources, knowledge, experience, networks, tools, people.
Okay, so tap in the resources they already have to change their mindset.
To deal with a challenge that they have. So at the moment, people
with challenges. Okay, so a headline can be, for example, the ultimate mini course to deal with challenges, to deal with ongoing challenges. The definitive guide to self-resourcefulness, and then the subheader can be. Then the subheader can be learn how to tap into resources available to you. For example, I'm recording this, so I will send this recording to you.
Oh,
so,
thank you.
You split this both like a very powerful header, and then in the subheader you can then explain a little bit more in detail. So you have the definitive guide, the ultimate guide, something mini course, and so on.
I like the definitive guide to self-resourcefulness. That really speaks to me. I mean, the name of it is Activate Your Awesomeness. That's the actual name of the course.
Yeah. So there you go. So you can use that, and then that clearly lets people know straight away. Okay, this is what this is about. What is that on there now? It doesn't tell me anything. And then your subheader is just one line to reinforce or supplement the header. And then you're going to yellow. Can you scroll down a little bit so that we see the yellow? Okay. Are you getting a bit into a tizzy? Is a British understatement, or are you freaking out? I get it. You're a professional, face a situation like no one before. Means you've turned upside. Okay, so this is you should actually in this section here. That is okay, but you should introduce there. You draw the attention. Now you introduce your course. So you somehow need to tie the second header that you have there, which is going to be your H2 or H3, one of your sub headers that's introducing a subsection of your landing page. So that should be about your course, because you keep on telling me what I already know. Yes, I'm freaking out. This is why, or I need help to find some guidance. So what is it that you're going to offer? Again, these are more questions. These are more questions without actually introducing the product already. Further down below, you can start reinforcing and repeating some of these statements to draw people more into your funnel. But below the header, actually now, like, okay, this is my solution. I have identified your problem, because if it wouldn't be a problem for you, you wouldn't be scrolling down. So you have that problem. Here is my solution. Because the further I read also in the white text there, it's all about, again, maybe this, maybe that, maybe your kids are not taking efforts, any advice, you should hunker down, learn new skill, and so on. Okay, can you scroll down a little bit? So try taking control. So you try it again. Please scroll down.
Oh, there's a typo as well.
Okay. 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 You have a lot of text, and you should break up your page more with photos, with lists, with icons,
Right. Okay.
like tiled lists. You can stop this and ask the expert instead. The expert is you. You see, I have developed a system. Okay, if you scroll back up again, so the one thing that you can do is you can, all this information here, and you sit here not doing stuff and all that stuff, plus go up, because this is a pain point.
Yeah.
These are all pain points. You can make them smaller into one section. With a lot less space and a lot less text, again
Oh yeah.
emphasizing on pain points and the solution that is about to come, but that should be much shorter. And people are not going to scroll and read and read and read. You're going to lose them straight away, because it's too much yada yada for them.
Okay.
We don't have a lot of patience anymore. We want to consume information really very quick. So if you can scroll back up again. Okay, so yeah, go back up again. So you have your section there, your header. Then are you getting a bit in a dizzy? Are you freaking out? Freaking out about what?
Well, I have to say, people are telling me in the groups where the people go that, yeah, I'm freaking out, and then they'll be freaking out about a lot of things. Freaking about the job, freaking about the kids, freaking about homework, freaking about LinkedIn, freaking about not knowing what the future holds. It is a word that they do use, the people I want to get this in front of. So they are freaking out.
But what you can do is, because you spoke about your mini course in your header, then underneath there, your next header can be, this mini course is for you if, and then ... and then you have your bullet points. You're freaking out, and then scroll down. So the professional face-to-face situation, you can keep that sentence, but it has to come further down. Call to action has to come further down. The little asterisk has to come further down. So this mini course is for you if you ... freaking out. That's bullet point number 1. Then scroll down. Bullet point number 2. Bullet point number 2 is going to be your business has gone the way of the dodo. Your job hangs in the balance. So you need to synthesize that, like you lost your job, or you have if you have job insecurity, for example. It says exactly the same thing.
Yeah, it does, and it's exactly the same thing that 50,000 websites say. That's why I am trying to make it deliberately a bit different. Because there's thousands that say you've lost your job, it's the new normal is scary, your business is insecure, and go so
you can keep that. You can keep your own words, but well, you see what I'm trying to say. It's like you can emphasize the pain points in bullet points, and you're talking about homeschooling and so on. So if you scroll further down, like that whole section, you should try to synthesize that in about 4 to maximum 5 bullet points that clearly says, like, this mini course is for you if you find yourself in this situation, or you have this and this and this pain point. And then under that you can put I get it. You are a professional, face a situation like none other before. Your life has been turned upside down in a horrid way, and then bang, here is my solution. You're asking somebody to join something already, but you haven't really said what they're joining. So in between this sentence where you say I get it and join your or activate your awareness now, there you put what it actually is that they're going to join.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
That makes a lot of
And then
sense.
if
Yeah.
you go down further down the page.
Yeah.
So these are all things that people have tried. So you can repeat those again underneath your first introduction of the course and your first call to action to emphasize the pain points a little bit more. So this is good. And then the next one, the next section below is still, okay, if this is still part of what's above there, then that photo should not be there. Because if you put a breaker in between, that means it's the end of something and a new section starts, which is not the case because the color is the same. The headline color is the same as what above. So this photo, this breaker should not be there. So you have to move that text up. And then when there is a new section, then you can put that photo in there, for example, to break up your site. So the good news that you have in the yellow part that's coming now, that can be your introduction of your course, which you put higher, up. But again here, if you scroll further down, then you see is only text. You need to put, okay, there's one photo in there, but there should be another photo breaking up or emphasizing this part, so that you have like a small photo like you have below and then text. I've developed a system that takes away. You see, I have developed a system that takes away.
And then it's meant to carry on. The need to worry about it, it takes away. Yeah, I need to work on
your design, because this is a big header. So that can be like an introduction for something. If it's just like to then have a bullet point list, that should be much smaller.
Yes.
Because this is what people are going to read and expecting that it's like, you know, this is a pointer. You see, I have developed a system that takes away. Like, okay, it takes away what?
So
and
these
then
bullet points.
It's not clear, and I need to, so it's not clear that these two things actually, or this headline or this sentence is together with the need to worry what to do next. Takes away that gives you a clear action plan. So again, that doesn't make sense.
No.
I have developed a system that takes away, that gives you a clear. So you have to reorganize your sentences, that when you just read the sentence and then one bullet point, that it makes sense. The first one makes sense, takes away the need to worry about what to do next.
Yeah, but the next ones don't. You're quite right, and it's too close with the other bit.
What you can do is like you chop it up. You say, I have developed a system. A system that, and then colon, takes away the need to worry about what to do next. That gives you a clear, and that lets you. So if you eliminate takes away, take that out, and you just end there, and then you put that takes away the need for, and a system that gives you, and that lets you. Yeah, but you need to redesign that part, because this is very, very, very confusing.
It is, I see that now. I didn't see it at the time.
No, but you need to. This is why there are people like me around that optimize landing pages and sales funnels, because I'm doing this day in, day out, and I have an eye for that. And sometimes you get drawn into something, and you're really very proud of what you've done, but you need that extra outside critique to improve.
Definitely.
So what do we have next? I keep a summary of the system. Okay, so this is testimonials. So you can introduce that with a header that says what other people. So don't take my word for it. this is what other people say, for example. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That it makes very clear, okay, there are some testimonials there. If you can have a little photo of these people, put it on.
No, no.
Okay.
95% of my clients, because a lot of them are corporate people, they don't allow me to use their surname. Definitely no photo.
Okay,
no.
That's fine. Okay, so you have to make do with what you get.
Yeah.
Ideally, that would be great. If it's not possible, it's not possible.
Yeah.
So, and then I would also be careful with having two colors right behind each other. So the colors that you normally use to have breaks in between, and I would put I put white and then maybe yellow again, but I wouldn't stack blue on top of another color, because the main vibe of your site is light and white.
Yeah.
So then you have to have the next section in white, and then you can go back to yellow, for example. I mean, this is a design detail. So you see how far I need to scroll for actually to find what you're doing. So we're all the way down here, where we're finally going to learn about your course. And again, the call to action has to be below. First, you introducing. So this section, introducing the activate your awareness training. That should come higher. Get immediate access and see how see below how this raises money for charity too. I think this is part of your call to action, right? So that goes together with the white box. So that has to drop underneath your training, which is how to deal with the world upside down, cut down on overwhelm. Taking this course will let you. So this whole section needs to come much higher up on your landing page. This is good because it clearly says taking this course will let you create a clear plan. I'm not sure about how to deal with a world turned upside down, why that still is there. I would put that somewhere else. Because you're talking about the course, and then you put something else again in between that takes away the attention. So
yeah.
So you go from your header straight away to taking this course will let you bang 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 bang. It's gonna do this and this. Create a clear plan, cut through noise, have the confidence, and feel amazing because you're doing something, and so on. So what is further down underneath there? Okay, so there underneath, before that gray wall kind of thing start, this is where your call to action has to drop below. Yeah, so away from what's above, underneath there. And then here you're then using a background that is very different than what you've used before. Try to be consistent. You're using white, yellow, and like a shade of blue, and then but here you're going to a wall, or this looks like a wall at least. So try not to do that.
Yeah, it was on purpose to break it, because this is the bit that's about the charity, which is very different to everything else. So I did try to make,
what does the charity have to do with all of this?
That's what people don't pay me. People don't buy the course. It's not a free course. They get the course if they go to the charity and make a donation, then they get the course.
Okay, so and where do you explain that?
Here, in this part.
Yes, but where's the header? The header should say, you're not paying me your fee goes to these charities, something like this.
Okay.
It's not clear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I've been taking notes like crazy.
No, it's okay.
Mm.
I'll send you. Do I have your email address? Maybe if you put that in.
I think you do, but I can
think
put it in the.
Only put it in the Zoom chat so that I copy it and I have it.
Mm. There you go. Yeah. Yes, because that's the idea. The point is that, and it makes it a little bit awkward. It's not, it doesn't lead to a checkout page or anything. It actually leads to the charity donation page. People make a donation, and then they get access to the course.
Yeah, I get it, but you need to make that very, very, very clear. So the headline should say that.
Okay. Yeah.
And because this can actually be a big influencer for people to actually buy this course or not, this should come much, much higher up. You have to make this clear right from the beginning, and you can repeat this a couple of times. So what you can do is you can actually, let me just quickly save your email address so that I have that. What you can actually do is you can make these anchors in your site, and you can have internal links. So you put that up in a section, like make it a little bit bigger that it's clear. Like your course fee is donated. More info here, and then you have an anchor, and if people click on that, they just scroll straight down to this page here. To this section here, and then you also need to have a call to action. So your call to action has to come here also. That people then don't make it very easy. User experience is very important. Make it very experience. People are lazy, especially if they're looking this on a mobile phone, which about 60 to 65% of the people now do all their browsing on a mobile phone. So make it easy. So your call to action has to come underneath. I will trust that sentence there. I will trust that you're that you are not a crappy, you're not a crappy crab cake about this, and give generously. Okay, so then your call to action comes here, and that also makes the design a little bit nicer, because now you have Mannerfield Charitable Foundation. This ends lower than your text on the other side, so you have to try to make the columns even. You can solve that by bringing that up. If you scroll up a little bit, you see you have a gap where your first line of text is. So you can bring the first manner field. You can pull that up a little bit so that it starts a little bit higher. Then it's at the same level as your first line of text. That also helps even it out at the bottom. So everything should be, if you can, always nicely designed together. You know that everything ends. It's not always possible, but that's the
for different
idea.
screens, that just makes it difficult, because on mine there's a tiny difference. So, but I'll try. Also, if I put a call to action here, that'll make it.
That'll help.
Yeah.
And then what you have further down. Okay.
This is the detail of what's in the course.
Yeah, this also has to come much higher up. And your bonuses, that all has to move up. And all this is for the prize of supporting children. Join the training now. Who am I? Okay. There you are. Know what you're thinking. Okay, that's good. I still use Miriam formula every day. Okay. Frequently asked questions. Okay. So you only have one page, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just keep going down. Keep going down.
Okay. Sorry. That's it. That's the end.
Okay. You don't have any footer?
Nope.
Okay. So I would suggest putting a footer on there, like copyright 2020, you know, a privacy policy, something like this. Don't just end it
Yeah.
like that.
I've got a privacy policy and cookie policy there,
Yeah.
which is that. To be honest, because I didn't see the point in a footer. I never understand the point in the footer, but that's me being
It just shows
novice.
people. It just shows people this is the end of the
Okay.
site. Now it's
Is
just
that
like,
literally it?
yeah. Now it's a cliffhanger. Like, is there something more? Oh no, there isn't. Okay. So the footer
Okay.
just tells people, okay, this is the end of it.
Okay.
So there you go.
Okay, that's great. That is amazing tips. Thank you so very, very much. I know I've taken up more than enough of your time. I really appreciate it. And a lot of these things I can do pretty easily. So I can just
it's just a
run and
question
do
of
that.
like reorganizing the information in a little bit, rewriting some of the sections a little bit, make sure that it's very, very user friendly, because at the minute it is not really. Again, you can repeat your calls to action a little bit more. Also, like for example, at the end of your frequently asked questions, you can again put your call to action in there. But try to make them all the same. I see a lot of people that think like that every call to action has to be different. No, it doesn't have to be different. If you're uniform in your call to action, your results also, your page is also going to convert much better, because it's much clearer for people. Like if you scroll up a little bit, because I didn't really pay attention that much to it. So there's several sections here where there is no call to action, so you can repeat that. So you can repeat that everywhere. I mean, you don't have to do it if the sections are small, but there should be more of them. So there it was, join the training, and then it was join the training now. And then we have again join the training now. That's good. So that's the same. That's the same.
But I see it's a long scroll. Yeah, okay. And this is a different
so
one.
this should be also join the training now. And you can have small little, is this in ClickFunnels, this one? Or how do you do this? Or Thrive?
No, it's I just built it in Elementor.
In Elementor, okay. So in Elementor, you in every button, you can also have a subtext underneath. You can do join the training now, and then you put underneath your subtext proceeds donated to charity, for example.
Oh,
then
yes,
again,
I like
it's
that.
very, 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 very clear.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so you can actually see below how you can join and raise funds for an important charity at the same time. Nobody's going to read that, because it's just like, this is just hanging there. Nobody will pay attention. But if it's the subtext of your call to action, then it's very, very clear. If I join, my proceeds will go to a charity. Yeah, and then you have a link. You talk about your charity somewhere, you have your link in there with your anchor, and then you scroll, you anchor that with the section where it is, and then again in that section you repeat your call to action. So the call to action, the same. Yeah,
I like it. Yeah, I like it very much.
Take away, disactivate your awesomeness. Just join the training now, and then a subline, proceeds donated. All proceeds will be donated to charity. Like, it shouldn't be too long. So all proceeds donated to charity is actually quite good, because it clearly says that everything that people give will be given away. There you go.
Well, in fact, it doesn't even come to me, so it goes directly to the charity. It doesn't touch me at all. So so I don't have to
But
pay any tax.
you know that, but people don't know.
No,
They will
exactly.
only know
Yes.
until they either after you've told, if you tell them, which we're doing now, or
Yeah.
when they click.
Yeah.
And your conversions are gonna be so much higher if you make this message really very clear,
Yeah.
and everything that you have to make that awareness, or to give that awareness to whoever's gonna end up on this landing page. They will see that straight away. You put it in a call to action. There's no room for any sort of misunderstanding.
Yeah. No, that's great. Thank you so very much. I really,
No problem.
really appreciate it.
So
That is absolutely fabulous.
Have a crack at it, and when you're ready, then maybe contact me again, and then we can go over it again if you want to.
Thank you.
Always
Thank
happy
you
to
very
help.
much.
No, always happy
much
to help
appreciated.
for charity. So we need to do our bit. So
well, this school is, I mean, it's in one of the worst areas in the whole of Europe, in one of the poorest areas in the whole of Europe, and so their job was awful already, and now it's just the parents their teachers have to make decisions that no teacher should have to make. You know, that's not what. So we really need to create funds and anything. So anyway,
well, thank you. No problem.
It does. Thank you very much.
Keep me in the loop and stay in touch.
Will do.
And I will render this recording now, and then I will email it to you. Yeah.
Much appreciated.
Somehow doesn't load at your end, let me know. Then I put it on Google Drive, and then I share a link with you that you can download it from there. Maybe that's
perfect.
Maybe I'll do it. I do it like that. That's maybe much easier. Yeah.
Might be safer.
You use your Google Drive. You know how that works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. I will do that. I'll put it on Google Drive and share the link with you.
Perfect. That's great. Thank you very much. Thanks so much.
Have a nice
Take care.
Day. Talk to you soon.
And you stay safe.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yes.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.